Hi, everyone. So, this is season two, episode five. And what we do in season two is that I share with you how you can successfully apply to a customer success management role. And in episode five, what we will be doing is that we are diving into how do you manage the phases successfully, the hiring process phases, and the first phase is the preparation phase. My name is Frederike, and I have been working in customer success for the last couple of years as a customer success manager, but also as a customer success team lead at companies like LinkedIn, Miro, and Seismic. And I know how the hiring process looks like. I know it because I have been at both sides. So, first, I have been doing a lot of interviews where I was the candidate looking and applying for a job and also for companies that were headhunting to find candidates for their roles, where I was also within the interview process. So I know what it is that really determines whether you are able to successfully apply for a role or if you will, yeah, not be successful. And in this season and in the episode, what is my wish is that you gain more knowledge and more confidence to be able to successfully apply to a customer success management role. But really, even if you're not in customer success, I'm sure that you gain a lot of insights into how to go through the interview process and how you can successfully manage the different phases. So we have been covering quite a lot already in the previous episodes. So this is already episode five. And what we have been covering in the episodes beforehand is that we gave you some insights and some recap around what is customer success in episode two. In episode one, we shared what we are actually doing in this season two. As I said, episode two was all around a recap of what is customer success, what are the tasks and accountabilities and objectives of customer success managers. And then we dived into more the details of why companies are hiring customer success managers in episode four, in episode three, and in episode four, we covered the hiring process. So if you haven't watched episode four specifically, but also the previous episodes, I highly encourage you to watch them because in them I dive more deeply into all the phases that now lead to episode five. And especially episode four is important because it gives you all the 10 steps of the hiring process and explains you exactly how the process looks like. So we won't be diving deep into that now in that video, but if you haven't watched it, I highly encourage it so you can better follow what we will cover in this episode. So let's dive in. How do you manage the phases successfully? And in that case, the first phase, the preparation phase. So, what was it again about the preparation phase? And the preparation phase is around the company looking to hire a customer success manager. So, that's mainly their preparation phase, which is not a phase where you are actively participating. But knowing about this phase will help you to better determine how you can better apply to a customer success management role and where to apply it, or basically where to apply when you're looking for specific customer success management roles that are open to be hired. So, what are the different things that a hiring manager is looking for when they prepare for hiring a customer success manager? So, first, it is about the profile. Who do I look for? What kind of person do I look for? The second is the start date. So, at what time do I want the customer success manager to start? And thirdly, it's about the pricing. So, basically, the salary. How much money can I pay the candidate? What's the bandwidth, the salary bandwidth? And based on these different aspects, the company creates a job advertisement. And the job advertisement is the communication outside for everyone to see it. It can be a job advertisement. Sometimes it's also just a message, but normally there is this job advertisement. But also internally, they have a very clear understanding of who are they looking for. And this will help them again to determine, okay, what are the right steps we have to take to find the right candidates, and also where do we best look, because yeah, we just need to have or we are looking for that specific person and candidate. So let's dive a bit more deeper into what does that mean in these three different buckets. So let's first focus on the profile. So who do I look for? And there's normally a lot of distinction of what you can specifically look for in a candidate. And companies that are very, very clear here in what they're looking for are often also those companies that you should look for, because if they have a clear understanding, that means that they really did their preparation, they really did their strategy, and this helps you in also being quite sure that when you sign a contract with them, that you really know what you're getting yourself into. Because sometimes companies have no clue whom they'll actually hire. They just know, oh yeah, we just want to hire someone that is looking after our clients. And then you might have a worse, let's say, fit between the company and yourself. Because if they are not having the clarity, then you might also not have it, and might be really difficult to in the end really get exactly the job that you're looking for. So who do I look for? As a hiring manager, there are various aspects I look for, and these are mainly profile of experience. We haven't touched upon the mindset here, and we won't do this in detail because this is a whole different topic. And a mindset is something that is very different to each company. So there isn't really like this one mindset. But if you want to more go deeper into the mindset topic, then you can also book a one-on-one with me, and we can just go into more detail about what kind of mindsets company have and how can you really find out is the mindset fitting myself. But we will also cover this a bit in the recruiter interview around different questions that they might be asking, if that is something that you're first looking into to find out more about. So on the experience level, it's first, for example, or not for example, but one factor is, do I more look for a customer success manager that is looking after enterprise clients or strategic clients, or a customer success manager that is looking for or looking after small clients? And as we have covered in the previous episodes, if you already watched those, then you're aware of this. If you haven't, then I encourage you to watch the previous episodes where we dive deeper, or we dove deeper into these questions already. What's the difference between looking after enterprise clients and small clients? But for the enterprise clients, more the strategic one, more strategic work as well, as not as many clients versus smaller clients, many more clients. So this is what you have to be aware, and also what your preferences are. Then secondly, B2B versus B2C. Normally, as I said, customer success managers are mainly hired in B2B companies, but there might also be some in B2C companies. So check that what kind of company there is. Normally, you have more ability to work strategic with B2B clients, but there might also be exceptions to that rule. Then a company and a hiring manager is looking for someone advanced, junior, beginner. So is it the person that is very senior and need to have some experience in customer success management, or another experience in the industry where they want to look after clients? Or is it more a junior or beginner role where 1 or 2 years of experience in a related role are completely enough? So this is another aspect you have to look at. Then the question, do I want to have someone strategic, or do I want to have someone more transactional? More transactional, which is mainly around smaller clients. So also that's important, and you normally find this out if you look at different job advertisements, what kind of role they are looking for. A very important distinction is the one commercially versus non-commercially. There are customer success managers that do no commercials whatsoever, and there are customer success managers that do a lot of commercials. And you're a different type of person if you do commercials or if you don't do commercials. There are also some distinctions to this. So you can be, for example, working not commercially at all. So you're not responsible for any kind of commercial topics, any pricing, any contractual details. But you might be, for example, in in another role, you might be responsible for not so much commercial stuff, but for the renewal commercials, which are normally a lot easier, put it that way, or a lot less complex than in some other cases. Or you might be working commercially and you do everything. So you also do sales commercials. And then this is more on a salesy role side. So this is important for you to understand, and also what you prefer, what are your preferences, what are your experiences in different areas in your previous professional life of saying, okay, do I want to do this or do I not want to do this? And then there's also a focus, which comes a bit out of the other factors that we just discussed. And this is, do I want to have a customer success manager that is more on the product side? Is it someone that is more a bit on the technical side, might be even a bit technical solution consultant almost? Or is this someone that is more on the sales side? Because especially we might have more commercial topics in our customer success management team as well. And what a hiring manager is looking for as well is that she or her or him, that they have a good diversified team. So if, for example, I have 5 people in my team and 4 of them are very salesy, then I don't necessarily want to have another salesy person in my team because I want to level out the skills. And this is something that might help you, especially if you feel insecure and you're not happy when you get a rejection for one role or the other, that hiring managers are not always just saying no to you because they don't think that you're a great person or you have great skills, but they might also say no just out of the reason that they have too many people in their team that already has a sales experience and they need someone that just has a bit of a different experience. And so it's not a no that you're not good enough. It's more a no that, yeah, it just doesn't fit at this point in time and this specific team. So keep that in mind more for the confidence piece. But these are normally specific experiences and different elements and different aspects on a scale of where hiring managers are looking for their team. Then we have the time start. This is normally now or later. Companies normally tend to always look for now because obviously they hire and they want to have someone now, and they are not, or it's not as easy to plan that detailed into the future. So if you're not, and sometimes approval processes take longer, then you're normally looking for now. And then the pricing or the salary. This may vary from country to country, from company to company, from different levels. I mean, as I just put it down here, from different economic times. So this is just a very broad bandwidth of what kind of salaries companies pay for different levels of customer success experience and what kind of clients you work with and how complex that is. So for a junior customer success manager, the bandwidth is normally between 50 and 75K, mid-level 65 to 100K, and senior 80 to 125K base salary. Excuse me. So this is the pricing, that's the salary. This is just a broad understanding. You can find more details about this if you go to specific job portals. Then you often also have some salary insights, and that can be really helpful here for you for determining what kind of salary you can expect to ask about when you're applying for these customer success management roles. But let's go further and say the company now did the job advertisement. And here I just took one job advertisement from LinkedIn and copy pasted it in here. It's a bit older, so it's probably not live anymore. But that's just for you to get an understanding of how they look like and better understand what you have to look out for. So here the example, okay, Staffbase as a company, they give you some insights into what the company is all about and that they're looking for a customer success manager. We won't go into detail here, but if you want to go more into detail, I offer one-on-one coaching in this very specific aspect. And I also will do a course with more deep dive and live sessions all around this topic. But here for now, just an overview of what you can be looking and accepting to or expecting to see. So in each role, you have two things, which is what you will be doing and what you will need to be successful. And I advise you to read these points and determine what kind of, let's say, level of skills and mindset these are. So you see this in the bottom of the screen here, that there are technical skills, there are methods, soft skills, and there are cultural mindset. And you need all three of them. And however, at the same time, you already see this, right? Soft skills and cultural mindsets is not necessarily something that you gain from experience working as a customer success manager. So you can work as a customer success manager and apply to those jobs, even though you don't have that much of a technical skills, because you can learn the technical skills and the others you can transfer from different jobs and different experience that you had in your professional life. So what you will be doing, we will skip this for now, but what you need to be successful, you see it here. The first point, you are a strong communicator with excellent problem-solving skills. That's a very broad understanding. It's a very broad soft skill. You don't necessarily need to have customer success experience to prove that you are a strong communicator with excellent problem-solving skills. Second, you have at least 3 years of working experience in a client engaging environment such as customer success, project management, or B2B consulting. It is a technical skill because it says you have at least 3 years of working experience. But if you read further, you realize it's not only customer success, there are other related roles that you can also apply here. So if you have, for example, been working in project management or B2B consulting, you can also take this, and it's not customer success, but you still can prove that you even have this kind of technical knowledge or technical skills. The third, excellent German and English speaking and writing skills. That's something from Germany here. I'm living in Munich, so that's more the German and the English. But again, this is nothing that you need to have customer success experience for. So more of soft skills. Then the fourth and the fifth, they are experience in software sales, mobile and SaaS, working with communications teams, HR executives. But again, here, experience in software sales, well, yes, experience. But you can prove this. You can, for example, read a lot about the industry and you have some knowledge. There are so many things you can do to prove that, even though you haven't worked as a customer success manager. And the fifth point is more related to the industry in which you work with your clients and advise your clients. So, for example, you can also come from a different industry and you have all of this knowledge of, like, you're coming from the same industry, but not from the customer success industry. And the customer success role, what I wanted to say here is, and then you can still come and apply because this is experience that has not necessarily to do something with customer success, but with a completely different field. And then point 6, that's methods, that's cultural mindset. You're a self-starter, great team player, and you have tons of passion, humor, and enthusiasm. That's great. But this is nothing that you necessarily need to have or learned being a customer success manager. But this comes from very different experiences that you had in your life. And also the 7th, you're a positive spirit with a success-oriented and creative mindset. So you see, this is a job advertisement. And you can ask, okay, why did we now do this? So what do we need to be successful? Why did we put these little points here? The idea about the little points is to show you that you can apply and that customer success managers are, I wouldn't say generalist, they have very specific skills and methods how to really well deal with their clients and work with their clients and make clients successful. And there's a lot of skill behind that. But on the other hand, if you want to gain a role in customer success, there are ways that you can train these. There are ways that you can transfer skills from other roles and experience that you had in life. And this is what I want to give you with the confidence that you don't have to be able to fit in 100% of what is in there. If you show so much more with the methods and the soft skills, then you're also a very valid candidate and a very good candidate and potential candidate for the role. And these are my tips based on exactly what I just described. Is look out for the right mindset. Look what kind of mindset the company has, and if you have a similar mindset and this fits well, then the other points are still important, but a mindset fit is already a great start. Secondly, you don't need to know 100% of the technical skills. You can gain them through additional training. And that's what I said. I do additional training. So if you're interested in additional training on learning the technical skills of customer success management, then just write me a personal message or subscribe to my newsletter or check out my courses. And you can also transfer them from similar roles you did previously. The same as with methods and soft skills. They are very important, but also you don't need to know them 100%. So don't stress yourself and say, oh God, I don't know all of that stuff. I have no clue. You don't need to. There are ways that you can still apply, and there are ways that you can train. One note, we have been doing now this with the little points here only on what you'll need to be successful, but you obviously can do exactly the same with what you'll be doing. And in that sense, kind of examine and pick out the different pieces of this job advertisement to really find out, okay, what do I already bring to the table when applying to that job, even though I have no experience in customer success, or I have too little experience in customer success, or I'm missing some other points. But I'm still knowing a lot and can prove that I'm the right fit for the role. And then finding job ads. So companies put those job ads on the internet. They have what they're looking for, or they have the profile with which they go out trying to find candidates. And we will cover this in the next episode of how they do finding candidates. But for now, let's say that they have the job advertisement published, and that's the only thing they have done so far. If they have done that, then you can obviously find those job ads. The question is, how do you find them? So if you're looking for a specific company where you want to get employed, you can just look at their job ads at the company website, and there you find normally all the jobs that they have open. There are some exceptions to that, which are mainly executive roles, but as we are mainly covering customer success manager IC roles here, they will very likely have them on their job board. Secondly, if you're looking for a specific role, you can look at job portals online. The one that I mostly, let's say that this is the best LinkedIn, the best portal is LinkedIn. So this is the one that I would say is the most relevant, most helpful one, where you can find roles and job advertisements, but there are also additional ones. So these are mainly the ones more on a German perspective, like Stepstone, Monster, Indeed, and Glassdoor. But I'm sure that also globally you will find a lot of different portals that are mainly helpful for you and that are mainly helpful for your market. And if you don't know, just Google or ask friends. And I'm sure that you will come up with some job portals that are really helpful for your specific region and industry. And then I have one last little pro tip. And this is what you can do is that you follow the Gainsight CEO on LinkedIn. Gainsight is a tool for customer success managers and customer success teams. So Nick Mehta, I follow him myself as well, and I find it very valuable what he posts. But not only this, he also regularly posts customer success jobs that are globally open. So if that's of interest for you, just go to LinkedIn and follow Nick, and I'm sure that you find a lot of valuable insights there. There are obviously a lot more on customer success influencers, and I will do different seasons all about this. But for now, this is just one person that I can recommend to follow because you get a lot of great insights from him, not only from, let's say, insights around the role of customer success and customer success management in general, but also around, as I said, those job ads. And with that, we are done for this episode. Thanks a lot for joining in and listening and learning how you can make the best out of the preparation phase in the hiring interview to successfully apply to a customer success management role. If you liked the video, I would be really happy if you give me a like, if you subscribe to the channel, or if you leave a comment below. And if you are not so much the YouTube person and just accidentally stumbled across the video, you can also sign up and follow me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn page, or sign up to my FFalke Community newsletter. And I will share details and insights and tips and tricks with you on these different channels as well. You find all the relevant links below, so you can just sign up and click on the link. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to do a one-on-one coaching with me, or if you want to have live classes and going really deep into the different topics that I cover here, or learn more about customer success, you can either sign up to some of my classes that are more the live classes that go deeper and really take you by the hand, or otherwise, yeah, just do the one-on-one coaching. So in either case, I'm really happy that you watched the video, and see you in the next episode, and have a great day.